Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Tipti Kulkarni, lecturer, Department of Physics, KLS Kokte PU College, Belgavi. In continuation with my earlier video on second chapter, electrostatic potential and capacitance. This is my 8th lecture from the same chapter. In this video, I am going to discuss two derivations based on capacitors. First one, capacitors in series. So let us understand what is a series combination. Capacitors, and what is capacitor already we know. Okay, capacitors means what? They are the devices where we store the charges. So what is a series combination? Capacitors are said to be connected in series when they are connected one end to another end, such that, so we have to remember 2 points here, so which are very important. So now capacitors are said to be connected in series when they are connected end to end. End to end means what? So here suppose if we consider the two capacitors, so in this figure it is shown. This is one capacitor, this is the symbol of the capacitor, this is another capacitor. So between these two there is a connection. Okay, so one end of the capacitor is connected to another end of the capacitor. So this is called what? Series combination. Okay, so now point to be remember. So here we have to remember 2 points. Points to be remember. What are those points? These are the 2 points. First one, the potential difference across the combination is equal to the sum of the potential differences across each capacitor. This is first point. Second one, the charge on each capacitor is same. Means charge is same. So I will complete the circuit diagram in this way by drawing further lines. So this is a battery. We know that this is the symbol for the battery. Unequal parallel lines are is nothing but what? It is a battery. So I named these capacitor by A and B. So this is one capacitor A, another capacitor B. So each plates are charged. So one is positively charged plate, another one is negatively charged. Similarly in the B capacitor also, this plate is positively charged and this plate is negatively charged. So here this is denoted by the potential and the polarity positive and negative. Now this is first capacitor, so denoted by C1, second capacitor denoted by C2. Charge is the same. The charge on each capacitor is same. So that is the reason symbol is only Q. I have not differentiated Q1 and Q2 here because the total charge or the charge on each capacitor is same. That's why I mentioned here Q notation with the Q notation. Okay, and these are the potentials. Okay, these are the potentials between what? Between the capacitors. Okay, so they are denoted by what? They are denoted by V1 and V2. Potential difference across the combination is equal to the sum of the potential difference across each capacitor. Means potentials are not same. Okay, so for this is V1, for this one it is V2. Implies. Okay, so redraw the same diagram. Okay, so effective capacitor, that is series combination. CS means what? Capacitor in series. One is positively charged plate, another one is negatively charged. So this is equivalent capacitor diagram. So this is the equivalent diagram for this same circuit diagram. Okay, so I just redrawn the same diagram in this way because here I shown separate two capacitors. When we add these two values, then what is the equivalent capacitor? Okay, equivalent means the capacitor in series. Final answer. Okay, so how we have to draw that diagram? So CS means what? Capacitor in series. So this is battery. Next one, A and B are two capacitors connected in series. As I mentioned here in this diagram, A and B are what? Two capacitors which are connected in series. Okay. C1 and C2 are the capacitances of A and B respectively. So these are C1 and C2 are what? Capacitance. These are the notation for what? For the capacitance for two capacitors. Next one, V1 and V2 are the potential differences across A and B respectively. So V1 and V2 are what? They are the potential for across what? Across A and B capacitor. Let Q be the charge on each capacitor. So Q is the notation for what? Q is the notation for the capacitors. Then in series combination, total potential across the combination. Total potential across the combination means V is equal to V1 plus V2. We have to add these two potentials to get total potential. So V1 plus V2. Call it as equation number 1. According to our convenience, we have to give the number to the equation. So V is equal to V1 plus V2. Equation number 1. We have V1 is equal to Q by C1 and V2 is equal to Q by C2. Why Q by C? V is equal to Q by C because we know the formula for the capacitance of a capacitor. C is equal to Q divided by V. We know this expression. From the previous knowledge, we can write the potential in the capacitance form in this way. V is equal to Q by C or V1 is equal to Q by C1, because for the first capacitor, if we are writing the potential, then we have to mention 1. So V1 is equal to Q by C1. Similarly for second capacitor, V2 is equal to Q by C2. Then we have to substitute these V1 and V2 values in the first equation. Then first equation implies V is equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2. Okay, what is common here? Q is common. In the next expression, what we have to write? So we have to take Q outside and C1, C2, okay, inside the bracket. So V is equal to Q 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Call it as equation number 2. If the combination is replaced by an equivalent capacitor of capacitance CS, which is shown in the figure, in the previous figure, here it is shown, equivalent capacitance in series. So if we replace this, then what we have to write here? So CS is equal to here V is equal we get V is equal to Q divided by CS. Okay, so you call it as equation number 3. So now if I substitute this value, or else if we compare equation number 2 and 3, then after comparing 2 and 3, we get Q by CS and is equal to Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. This equation as it is. Okay, toward equation number 2 towards the RHS side and equation number 3 towards LHS side, because both are for the potential V. That is the reason. Then which quantity get cancels? Q and Q. Both are common here. So the answer is 1 by CS is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 for n capacitors. This is for only 2 capacitors. So we can consider the capacitors in this way. So different capacitors in this way. Okay, we can connect many number of capacitors in series. So for n number of capacitors in series, then how we have to write the expression? 1 by CS is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3, so on up to plus 1 by Cn. N means it is an integer. Okay, I hope you understood this derivation. This is very simple and easy derivation, which is very, very important for your exam. Next one, capacitors are connected in parallel. Okay, so suppose if we connect the capacitors in parallel, Then what are the conditions? And before that, we have to understand what is a parallel combination. Capacitors are said to be connected in parallel when they are connected between two common points such that, okay, first one, the potential difference across each capacitor is the same as that applied across the combination. The second one, the total charge stored in the combination is equal to the sum of the charges on each capacitor. Suppose if we connect the capacitors in parallel, consider A is one capacitor, B is another capacitor, okay. So if they are in parallel, then in this way we have to draw the capacitors, okay, symbol. Then next, we have to connect in this way, connect the battery, and these are the notations for the capacitors. So this is capacitor 1, C1, charge with respect to this capacitor is Q1, and potential across this capacitor is V. This is capacitor A. One is positively charged, another plate is negatively charged. Similarly, the another capacitor which is connected in parallel, so that capacitor is B. One is positively charged, another one is negatively charged. So that capacitor is denoted by, capacitance is denoted by C2. Charge on the capacitor is Q2. Potential across the capacitor is V. If we connect the battery to the combination, then equivalent capacitance, that implies equivalent capacitance CP, okay. So this is CP. CP is what? CP means capacitance in parallel, okay, effective capacitance for the parallel combination. Then next, what we have to, from the figure we can write the explanation in this way. A and B are the two capacitors connected in parallel. C1 and C2 are the, so I will go through the diagram here once again. A and B are what? These are the two capacitors, okay, and C1 and C2 are the capacitances. Q1 and Q2 are the charges with respect to the capacitors, and V is the potential across this combination. Then A and B are the two capacitors connected in parallel. C1 and C2 are the capacitances of A and B respectively. Q1 and Q2 are the charges on A and B respectively. V is the potential difference applied across the combination. Here the potential difference across A is equal to potential difference across B. So this is very important. Potential will not vary here. Potential across the combination is same. In parallel combination, the total charge on the combination Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. In the series combination, potentials are different. We have taken the sum of the potentials. V is equal to V1 plus V2. But here charges are not same. They are varying. So that is the reason in the parallel combination Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Call it as equation number 1. Then we have Q1 is equal to C1 into V, or V is equal to Q divided by C. We know this expression from the capacitance. We already studied these formulae. In the previous case also we used this expression. Okay, Q2 is equal to C2 by V. Okay, so Q is equal to CV. We know this expression. Or V is equal to Q by Q divided by C. Just now we discussed this expression for series combination. So we have to cross multiply these two, then we will get it for Q. So Q1 is equal to C1V and Q2 is equal to C2V. Substitute these two values in the equation number 1. Then equation 1 implies Q is equal to C1V plus C2V. So what is common here? Of course V. V is a common here. So in the next step we have to take V outside the bracket. Then Q is equal to V into bracket C1 plus C2. Then next If the combination is replaced by an equivalent capacitor of capacitance Cp in the figure, in the second figure I shown, that is equivalent capacitance. So this Cp, okay, this is Cp. Then what we have to write? Q is equal to Cp into V. Cp into means, Cp means what? Capacitance in parallel. Okay. So Q is equal to Cp by Cp into V. So if we compare both the equations, you can call it as, this is equation number 2. So this is equation number 2. Okay. Sorry, this is 2. I will call it as, this one is 2. This is 3. Okay. So suppose if we compare equation 2 and equation 3, then we get, on comparing equation 2 and 3, we get Cp V is equal to V into C1 plus C2. Okay. So how we substituted for a series combination? Similarly, in the same way we have to substitute for parallel combination. So Cp into V is equal to V into C1 plus C2. Okay. So of course V get cancels here. So next step, Cp is equal to C1 plus C2. So this is final answer for parallel combination. Suppose if we consider n number of capacitors which are connected in parallel, then Cp is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3, so on up to Cn, where n is integer. Okay. So this is the final expression for the parallel combination if n number of capacitors are connected in parallel. I hope you understood this derivation also, which is very simple and easy. Okay. If you need further questions and answers from the second chapter, please go through the link given below. Thank you.